Do you want to be rich? Never mind, you don't have to answer that. I already know the answer, and that's yes. Of course, we all do, right? Today, we'll be going over one such way that you could potentially make millions. And this is through a short squeeze. This is a market lingo. It's a term that basically means that, so say, for example, to visualize what a short squeeze is, which is the best way to explain it in actuality, is say this big portly Wall Street guy with money bags in his hand goes to a company, say GameStop. GameStop is selling their shares. It goes, I want to buy all of your shares that you have. Okay, and this guy, he does that, and then he disperses that into the stock market. So everybody, he says, okay, listen, I'm gonna give you guys shares way for less than what this value is, right? He's loaning these shares out that he bought to people for less than the share value. He's claiming it's a bargain, right? In his head, he knows that this share value will go down. So he's buying these shares and short selling them. And short selling them is where, say he has an idea that it'll go down to 50 cents and he's buying them at $1, So people are buying them at 50 cents, and then it goes down to 30 cents, 25 cents, and then he's able to buy them back. So he basically is making profit through that margin. Those are just numbers off the top of my head. I don't know if they're somewhat accurate numbers, I'll admit, but that could happen. He's betting that it'll go down, dispersing the money, and then if it does go down, he made profit through the ratio of when people bought it and what he sold it for. And then he could buy those shares back with the expectation that potentially later these shares could go up in value, so he just made even more money. So what was happening with GameStop is that hedge funds were shorting GameStop way more than what could accurately be shorted. GameStop was being shorted at 140%. I know you guys all heard about the GameStop rally, how stocks flew up 1,000%. GameStop, the derivative value, which is the price that the stock was worth, actually went up to about $320 at one point, maybe even higher. I'm pretty sure it did go higher, but I know 300 for sure because I was looking at it. And that was through a short squeeze. Now, Wall Street Bets, they're the ones that identified this, and so they said to everybody on their forum, they said, listen, hey, if we all buy this, then we could drive this price up. And that's because of basic supply and demand. As hedge funds, they've been shorting out so much shares that and loaning them out to people that they were doing more than what the company actually had available. 120% was being shorted. So basic supply and demand, okay, we buy all these up, and this, less shares available for everybody, and then, of course, as you buy shares, the price will go up because of market value. Obviously, they'll read that the stock has become more valuable, so they drove the price up. That's how it happened. They saw it was going to go up because if they knew that if they all bought it, it would go up. Supply and demand, basically. That's all it comes down to. There are many ways to identify short squeezes. I don't know if the man on Reddit identified it through Market Beat, which is what I do when I look into a stock. I go on www.marketbeat.com. I look up how many shares are being floated, how many shares are being shorted. And that's how you identify them. I don't know if that man actually used that specific site. There's many of them, but that's the one that I use. And recently I identified one called HCMC. That's the stock symbol. It's being shorted more than 300%. What's interesting about them is that they are in a lawsuit with Piers Morgan. They say that they infringed on their patent, which is showing that they pretty much did, but obviously Piers Morgan, they have way better lawyers than this company does. It's a short company, a new company. But basically they're being shorted 300% because people are betting that, okay, this stock is going to go down because they're going to lose their lawsuit. which if they don't lose their lawsuit, then many people are going to buy this share and the share value will go up, and then 300%, it's a penny stock, so it's 0.001, but it could still go up maybe to 10 cents, maybe to 50 cents if they win that lawsuit, because it's going to be $1 billion settlement is what it's leading into. That's what the headlines are saying. I know about this stuff because I've done a lot of research into stock market. It's my passion. It's what I like to do. I manage my parents' portfolios. I'm affiliated in the market. HCMC, I actually recently just put in $1,000 worth of shares, and that's actually 1 million shares. So if it does go up to 50 cents, then boom, I just made $500,000. But anyway, that's I'm very interested in this stuff. I have a lot of knowledge worth into this. Here's a book called How to Make Money in Stocks. It's right here. It's backwards, right? But it's William J. O'Neill, the founder of Investors Business Daily, is the author of that book. He's actually shown me a lot of that terminology that I listed here. So I hope that you understand the way a short squeeze works, and I hope that you know how to identify it now. It's really easy to make a brokerage account and start investing yourself. I'm through Charles Schwab. They have no commissions. If you want to do that, go ahead. And honestly, there's many like Fidelity. But now you know what to do and how to identify it. So if you choose to do this, then by all means do it. You're a college student, 0.001, that's not expensive, you could do it. So, thank you for your time. I hope you listen. Bye-bye.